Turn left, and then turn right.
Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Where is the nearest auto parts store? Hello? Okay, Google. Okay, Google.
show enough respect. What's up with you? I'm a good man. Do you really